take 90 something. Sorry. So my name is Kai Harrison, 19th of May 92, and student ID is 100633676. Sorry, there's my ID. So this is assessment task 4 for unit CHCCCS004, and today's date is 7th of December 2022. Playing the role of Sam.
My name is Nicholas Rangel, and I get permission to be recorded for the purposes of this roleplay.
Cool. Alright, so we'll get started. Hi Sebastiano, my name's Kai. I'm a community service worker over at Meadowvale Clinic Centre. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Thanks for having me over as well. Do you prefer going by Sebastiano or Sam? Okay.
I prefer Sam.
Sam, yeah, perfect. Make a note of that. So Sam, I'm just here today because we received a call from your daughter, just a little bit concerned about you. I understand you've had quite a bit going on this year and there have been a few changes. So I'm just here to drop in, see how things are doing, maybe ask you a few questions just to see how we can best support you going forward. Is that alright with you?
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, brilliant. So as I mentioned, your daughter has given me some background information. I understand that unfortunately your wife suddenly passed away a few months ago. Is that right?
Yeah, she had a heart attack.
Yeah, okay. So look, what I want to do, Sam, is I just want to go through a couple of tools here with you. As I mentioned, just to get an idea of where to go from here. A lot of yes or no questions. If you have any questions yourself, feel free to stop me and I can try to explain them another way. Also, I understand you completed the consent form already prior to this, so thank you for that as well. So Sam, just starting off, we're just going to look at your social and emotional well-being. Can you tell me a bit about any sort of supports that you have that you feel you could reach out to if you needed?
Just my daughter and my friend.
Yeah. And in the past 4 weeks, was someone available to help you if you needed and wanted help?
Yeah, my daughter would have been there.
Your daughter? Yeah. Perfect. And I understand you also used to attend the Italian club with a friend of yours, but that came to a bit of an end. Is that right?
Yeah, I just don't feel like going anymore. Don't really see the point.
Sorry, I'm just taking some notes here, just to make sure I get all the information captured correctly. So I apologise if I'll just be a moment or two. So this next set of questions I'm going to ask you. So there's 10 questions. I'm going to ask you to give them a rating between 1 and 5.
Yep.
So 5 is feelings that you have all of the time, 4 is most of the time, 3 is some of the time, 2 being a little of the time, and 1 being none of the time.
Yep, that's fine.
Alright. So in the past 4 weeks, about how often did you feel tired out for no good reason?
4.
4, so most of the time?
Yeah.
And nervous?
3.
3, some of the time. And so nervous that nothing could calm you down?
3.
3. How about hopeless?
3.
3. Restless or fidgety?
5.
So restless that you could not sit still?
4.
4. And what about depressed?
4.
Like everything was an effort?
4.
So sad that nothing could cheer you up?
3.
And worthless?
4.
4. Thank you for sharing that, Sam. I know they're very difficult questions to answer. I'm just going to quickly tally these up. I won't be long. Thank you for spending that time there, Sam. So look, let's I understand why your daughter contacted us, being concerned, a bit concerned about your emotional well-being as well.
Yep.
Obviously got quite a bit going on. But before we go much more into that, I'll just do this assessment, the second assessment with you quickly as well, just so that's also out the way. So this one is just a bit about your health and sort of chronic conditions, because your daughter did mention you have arthritis and diabetes.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, so in the past 12 months, have you had any falls in or around your home?
Nothing major.
No? Okay. And in terms of pain, how much bodily pain have you had during the past 4 weeks?
Moderate amount.
Moderate. Okay. Is that from the arthritis or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And in the past week, on how many days have you done a total of 30 minutes or more of physical activity, which was enough to raise your breathing rate?
3 or 4 days.
3 or 4. And have you had any unintentional weight loss?
Not that I've noticed.
Any sort of reduced appetite or reduced food and fluid intake?
Yeah, I don't feel like cooking as much, so I probably don't eat as much.
Yeah. Okay. Any sort of dental, like mouth or teeth problems?
No.
And chewing or swallowing issues?
No.
Frequent chest infections?
No.
And do you follow a special diet?
No.
No.
Not really.
And do you feel like you ever need a bit of assistance for shopping for food, preparing food, or feeding yourself at all?
No.
No? Okay. And just thinking a bit about your social life and how many people you see and how often you get out, how often do you feel isolated from others?
Pretty often now that the missus isn't around anymore.
Yeah. No, understandable. And do you have an advanced care plan at all?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
No? Thank you. And do you have a nominated decision maker, so like a power between you and
Yeah, for my daughter.
your daughter? Thank you. What's your daughter's name?
Belladonna.
Belladonna. Beautiful name. I understand Italian's your main language as well.
That's right.
Very impressive being able to speak in both. Well done. I wish I could say the same. So do you happen to have any difficulty understanding information, instructions, or any sort of written material that you receive from doctors or other professionals?
No, especially not in Italian.
Yeah. Good that we've got so many different languages available in them nowadays. And just generally speaking, how would you say your health is?
Pretty good for someone my age.
Yeah. And what do you do to take care of yourself and your own health?
Just try and stay active where I can.
What sort of things do you do to stay active?
Clean around the house, try and walk around the block where I can.
Yeah, good habits. And what do you see as being your main health and well-being concerns or issues?
Age.
Age, yeah. Takes its toll eventually.
Yep.
And have you thought about making any changes to improve your health and well-being?
No, not really.
Have you had a check-up with your GP in the past 12 months?
Yeah, about 9 months ago.
9 months. Do you know when you last had your eyes checked?
About the same time.
Same time. And how's your hearing?
Yeah, pretty good.
Now, these ones, just yes or no. Have you ever been told by a doctor or a nurse that you have any of the following? So any breathing problems like asthma, shortness of breath?
No.
No. Any cancer?
No.
Heart problems?
No.
Any chronic kidney disease?
No.
Diabetes?
Yep.
High blood pressure?
No.
Arthritis or osteoporosis?
Yep.
Any neurological disorders like a stroke, Parkinson's disease, MS?
No, not that I know of.
No. Okay. Any other sort of health issues you think we should be aware of?
No, not really.
Okay. So thank you again for going through those. I know they can be quite a bit. There's a lot of questions in there. Alrighty. So look, Sam, based on these assessments and what we've had a chat about today, I am a bit concerned about you had a bit of social withdrawal recently, which is understandable, especially with your wife's passing. Looks like the arthritis is maybe causing you a bit of issues every now and then as well. So what I'm thinking that I'd like to do, if it's alright with yourself, actually let me ask you first, sorry, how would you feel about attending the social club again or any sort of social outings?
I'd have to think about it.
Have to think about it, yeah. And if you were to attend social events, do you have any sort of transport to get there? I understand you don't drive at the moment.
I'm sure Giovanni would be happy to pick me up again. He used to pick me up.
Okay, great. And look, what I'd also like to do, if it's alright with you, is there's something called a Commonwealth Home Support Program. It's considered in-home care, but it's not quite like that. Basically, we just get you some approval to get transport, which they can take you to social events, any sort of activities you have planned, appointments, any shopping, just to make it a bit easier so you don't have that burden of feeling like you're relying on Giovanni too much. Is that something you may be interested in?
Yeah, I can have a chat to them.
Yeah, brilliant. And the other thing as well is going through that first questionnaire I went through with you where I asked you to rate between 1 and 5.
Yep.
I am a bit concerned about the results you had there. There's obviously a lot going on at the moment, and I definitely think it's worthwhile having that addressed. So what I'd also like to do is I'd like for you, us to arrange an appointment with your GP, just so we can have a bit of a mental health care plan drawn up and offer you more assistance there. Is that alright with you?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Are you comfortable giving them a call, or would you like me to arrange that?
If you could arrange that, that'd be great.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So I believe we've got your details of your GP when you did the consent form, so I'll grab the information from there. So what final thing I'd like to do, if it's alright with you, is obviously a bit down the track once you've had a chance to chat to your GP, is try and get you integrated, socialising a bit more as well, just so that can hopefully have a bit more of a positive impact. Have you heard of dementia?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, well, they're really fantastic. They have people of all ages there. They offer different programs and activities as well. If it's alright with you, I'd really like to forward on your information, and they can reach out to you to have a chat about what sort of services they offer and see if there might be anything you're interested in. Is that alright?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, fabulous. So look, the last thing I'll do is I've just got a consent form over here. This one's just giving me permission to share your information with the people I've discussed with you today. So I'll just get you to fill this out if it's okay. So if you want to have a read through that, feel free to ask me if you have any questions. Just need you to fill out the top part with your information. And then just down the bottom, if you can just put your name. Thank you for that, Sam. Appreciate it. So what I'll do from here is I'll go ahead, I'll send off these referrals. I'd make that appointment with your GP as well. Is there a particular time that you want me to try to book it for? Is any time okay with you?
Any time works.
And do you think Giovanni would be able to give you a lift to that, or do you need me to arrange transport?
I'll have a chat to him and find out.
Okay. And look, if there's any issue with it, just give me a call and then we can arrange something for you to make sure you can get to that appointment, okay?
Sounds good.
So I'll do that from my end. Do you have any questions about any of this or anything else you'd like to discuss while I'm here today?
No, that's all.
No? Alright. Well, thank you so much again for your time. I'll send you a message. We'll also book in. We'll have another catch up again in 2 weeks' time and just review how things are going. Is that okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Fantastic. Thanks, Sam. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.